What's good, everyone? Hope everyone's okay. Wherever you're watching from, big up yourself. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a long one today. Today is going to be a long one. Where should I start from? First and foremost, big up to everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Manchester United 1, Brighton 2. My friend Patel, we don't need Frankie. We don't. We need a miracle. We need a miracle. This is a whole lot of bullshit. It is a whole lot of bullshit. This is a whole lot of punishment. And we, as a team, are diabolical. We're embarrassing. We're embarrassing. I have never been so embarrassed to wear a Manchester United top. It's embarrassing. Yesterday, around 10, 11 p.m., I was out and about getting some food, and I saw this brother with a Man City top, and I gave him a little bit of cooking session. Haaland, can't even touch the ball, whatever. He looked at me and he just grinned and he walked off. He's probably thinking of me today, and he's probably laughing at us. We are a laughing stock. I'm gonna let people join in. Big up, watching from Mauritius. Big up, brother. Thank you for joining in. I'm gonna drop the line for everybody to join in and have a conversation with me today. But first, I need to let things off my chest. When the window originally opened, I was told that I'm being negative for saying that the window is going to be bad. I got told all through the transfer window, I am a negative fan. I do not understand football. I need to go and sit in front of the window and have porridge. I want my flowers, and I will come and collect them. I'm telling you. I will come and collect my flowers, because as of today, I stand corrected. Nobody has been able to tell me that I was wrong. Nobody. The only two players that the manager has brought in were the only two players that had a decent game, along with Maguire. I will give Maguire some props. I will. On this particular game, Maguire, for me, had a half decent game. And the other two new entries. But the rest of them, okay, Sancho was ill. Let's count him out. Sancho wasn't well. He's not fully match confident or match fit. Let's count him out. Fred did a chip during preseason. Bruno, Rashford had a goal. Eriksen, let's count him out. Didn't have a proper preseason with us. Count him out. Dallo, Luke Shaw, Fred and Scott, Rashford. Why are these players still in this club? Why do we continuously find any excuse, any reason to say that Rashford is a Manchester United quality player, Luke Shaw is a Manchester United quality player, Dallo is a Manchester United quality player, Fred is a Manchester United quality player, Scott McTominay is a Manchester United quality player? Why? When did we start doing this? When a player does not have the minerals or the ability or the facilities to play at a certain level within your team, you let that player go. This is not for Manchester United. This is not for Fulham, Brighton, Bolton Wanderers, freaking any team, even amateur level football. If you are not a good enough player for your team, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on anymore. But what do? We as a fan base do everything in our in our capability to back these players. Why am I going to be patient now? I was patient last season and the season before and the season before. Why should I be patient now? Why? New manager, new 15 millimeter grass. I'm tired. Every freaking month, patience. Every month, new something. No. A leopard doesn't change its spots. Call a spade a spade. Say it as it is. Deep down inside, you don't know it, and I know it. There are certain players in this club that are not built to play and represent Manchester United. Please. I do not care if you tell me otherwise. Scott McTominay does this. Scott McTominay does that. Fred has this. Fred has that. Rashford has this. Rashford has that. Done. It is important we address it now. The start of the season, the first game of the season. If you ask me, one of the most important games of the season. It is. You want to start the season with a stamp, letting other teams know we are not a force to reckon with. We are not a team that you come here and mess about with. We are fools. We are jokers. I have a video again, obviously, because I'm going to the game. I have a video on my phone. Of Old Trafford silent. Old Trafford silent. There are what, 70,000 fans? Silence. Nobody was making a single bit of noise. I have never witnessed this at Old Trafford, and I've been to Old Trafford a lot of times. This is what it's come to. This. I am not going to sit here and blame Ten Hag. I am not. As much as there are issues as of today's game that I'm going to raise with Ten Hag, I will. But I'm not going to solely blame him. The fan base that are saying, or if there are fan base that are saying Ten Hag out or along those lines, shut up. Shut up. Had enough of this toxicity. It is not the manager. These same players apparently came second. Take Ronaldo out. Play the false nine. False football. That's what we play today, not false nine. I said this. If you know me from Twitter Spaces, or if you follow me on Twitter, and you come in and listen to me when I'm doing Spaces, you know what I said. A lot of Manchester United fans are great salespeople. They will sell you a player simply because they have stocks in that player. They believe in that player so much. Stans, as you would call them. I don't even like to use the word stans. People sold me Martial. People sold me Rashford. People sold me Harry Maguire. People sold me Fred. People sold me Scott McTominay. Oh, don't bash him. Why does the fan base always bash him? They always come at him for no reason. Well, on such a particular day, he did such a particular thing. Oh, on such a day, he wasn't playing, but we still lost. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Where is this patience? I was patient last season and Middlesbrough slapped us. I was patient last season until we got kicked out of the Champions League. I was patient. Every person has a level of patience. Every person. I have been tested and tested and tested. And I stuck to my guns and I said things as they were, as I saw it, and I got called negative for it. people said, oh, this is the exact type of fan that is toxic. Oh, Faz is a pessimist. Faz is negative. Faz doesn't all this. Yap. Well, where is the positivity? I want all of you, please, today to give me some positive that you saw from today, other than Martinez, bits from Ericsson. What really was positive? Come on now. I'm struggling to think. And I sat really close to the pitch. You can go on my channel. You can go look at the match day videos that I made, because I make match day video for you guys. So you can go and look at the match day clips. I sit really close to the pitch. I ain't seen nothing different than last season. Nothing. The season that we came second was a miracle. Was a miracle. Huh. No way. No way. No way. I am telling you guys, we need to detach ourselves. Detach from players. If a player is not performing, say it as it is. I will. You lot know me. I've backed David De Gea. Today, diabolical. That level, I want him gone. Yes, this is me fast speaking, by the way. The same person that would be standing on the David De Gea hill alone. And guess what? Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. That's me. I fell. David De Gea let me down. He parries the ball onto a Brighton player who scores instantly, and Fred has no idea of what to do. Fred has no idea of what to do. The first goal, Luke Shaw has no idea that there's a player behind him or on the side of him. Has no idea. David De Gea is thinking, if I dive too much, he's going to get my near post. So I better be, standing somewhat ready if the ball comes to the near post. Again, the ball went in front of his leg by inches. Inches. It is. We play in Old Trafford, and I don't know if anybody watching this goes to Old Trafford or whatever. Please do let me know if you do. But me, when I go to Old Trafford, it isn't the same. It's not Old Trafford anymore. There is a curse. There is something going on that puts this pressure on these players. They were not playing like this in Raja Mangala Stadium. They were not. So why is it different now? Why can't Bruno find anyone when he's making a pass? Why does he lose the ball recklessly? Why? Why doesn't Luke Shaw overlap? Why? Why? Why doesn't Dallo run back quick enough? Why? You know why? Because they don't have the ability. That's why. Stop finding excuses to back them. Stop it. Stop it. McTominay. What is the most amazing thing he did today? Oh, play him further up the pitch, they said. Play Fred further up the pitch. Play this guy more down below. Fred is not a CDM. Fred is not this. McTominay is not this. McTominay is this. We don't know. Have we not seen enough games already? How many more games do you need to see? How many more losses do you need before you start realizing that the player is not good enough? And this is me not bashing the player. My people, I'm not bashing them. I am simply telling you what I see. If my friend who plays football, by the way, professional football, I tell him to his face. And you lot know me. I will say to Scott, Fred, Dallo, Shaw's face, not good enough. You are not good enough to play for my team. I am really sorry. Not good enough. Luke Shaw is scared to overlap. Maybe he's not scared, but whatever it is, something is stopping him from overlapping. And Dallo, who does overlap, is so slow to come back. What was the point of preseason then? The same people who tell me preseason isn't important. Yes, it is. We are playing professional football at the highest level in the world. Every game is important. Every single game is important. Please miss me with it about preseason is not important. Brighton, first game. We couldn't even beat Real Vallecano. And the same fan base told me to chill. The same fan base told me to chill. Oh, the first 11 players aren't playing. It's the kids. Yada, yada, yada. Faz, you need to chill out. Oh, Faz, let it go, chill out. I get mocked, so I'm gonna mock you lot the same way. The same way. Because when I'm spitting, you lot don't take it in. These fan base don't take it in. The manager is not being backed by his players. At this point, we are linked with Anatovic, if that's how you pronounce it with his name. Anatovic. Shesko deal went down the drain. You're telling me, please, if you're watching, please tell me these are Ten Hag signings. Please, convince me. Convince me. Because these cannot be Ten Hag signings. I'm going to drop the link on the chat, and I'm going to pin it so you guys can use the link and join in on the chat and have a conversation with me. There you go. It's there on the chat. Come through. Talk to me. Frankie de Jong scored. How long are we? Let me go through some comments. How long are we giving Ten Hag? Ten Hag gets... Well, look, to install a philosophy and a style, first you need the players, then you need time. You need the players and you need time. He certainly doesn't have the players, and he does... Well, time is time, right? It's going to come with time. He may get a little bit better with this squad, but I don't see him going Premier League winning worthy. Not winning the Premier League with these players. Not winning Premier League at all. You can't tell me that with these players we can win a domestic trophy. With these players we can win a Premier League trophy. What can we win? The link is there. Dial in. Have a therapy session with me. You were not wrong, Fast. Thank you very much. Have you noticed Ten Hag gets so uncomfortable when the press ask him about poor performance of the team? Well, it's not about him being uncomfortable. It's simply him trying to navigate through the British or the English media. And we all know how the English media can be. So he needs to navigate his way through accordingly, not say too much, not go overboard, and just take it, one press conference at a time, because that's something he's going to get better at as well. He's going to know how to deal with these type of press conferences. And it's his first loss in terms of in the league game, right? So you need to give him time. I felt sick seeing Glazers in the stands. Fans will say Glazer out when we lose, but they won't sing anything when we win. Bruno, Rashford, McFred, Dallo, Luke Shaw, all rubbish today. Rubbish is an understatement. They need to leave the club. And this is not even me saying, oh, what if they start performing? If they give me 1 or 2 games of good performance, does not mean they can stay in the club, by the way. It doesn't. I need silverware. I need championships. I need trophies. Until you deliver them, I will not change my stance that you are not good enough for this club. Simple. Unless we go on like the Invincibles and stop losing any game, then I'll be like, flip bloody hell. Okay, the boys have proved me something. But this thing about after 1 or 2 games, people thinking, oh, yeah, they're back. Oh, yeah. No, not anymore. Ronaldo's the problem, apparently. Thank you very much. And I went in at Ronaldo as well, but what can I do? Oh, by the way, when I said hold Ronaldo hostage, what did the fan base do to me? What did they do to me? When I said Ronaldo needs to be held hostage, what did the fan base do to me? What did they call me? Delusional. Well, look what happened when Ronaldo came on today. He was the only one that seemed like he could go for a header, because Rashford weren't. Fred and McTominay can't go for a header. The false line between Eriksen and Bruno were just going like this. At one point, there wasn't a false line. It was false football. Like I said, there was nobody up front. Nobody up front. Preseason hype. What can I say? I don't know where our first win. Brentford next week. What can I say? How you doing, my bro?
Good, man. How are you?
Talk to me. What do I even You're smiling. You must have something positive to tell me.
No, I laughed because I just saw McTominay almost break someone's leg with his first touch. That's why I'm laughing.
I don't know how people justify McTominay being in this club. On what ground? The kid was gonna get released. The only reason why he's in the club is because he grew like a hell of a lot of inches over a holiday period. How many more games do we need to be able to say that these players are not good enough? Week in, week out, on spaces, on this, on that. Such a player, this FC, that FC, Marshall FC. Cut it. End it.
McTominay makes me question my love for football. Like he's generally the worst player I've ever seen play. Like for Man United, like Oberton was not worse than him. Jumbo was not worse than McTominay. Like he's generally the worst player I've ever seen. Like it's just like, and then De Gea, like this guy tried to claim across with his feet instead of just catching the ball, which led to the first goal. Maguire Martinez wearing that bad today.
Griggs, we might as well go and call back Adnan Januzaj.
I'm so hurt that this guy never made. We might as well, honestly, because Rashford today, like he couldn't get past one player. When he jumps for the ball, he closes his eyes. The sitter that he missed, which would have been onside, because it was onside. I know, like they raised the flag, but VAR would have overturned it, and he missed a sitter. Like Fred was passing it back, almost causing. And I just saw Frankie De Jong cut through a whole.
Don't forget Bruno missed as well. First few minutes of the game.
Changed the whole game. If we scored that, we probably win, in my opinion. Like if we scored the first goal, Old Trafford would have been rocking and everything. Changed the whole momentum because football is about momentum. That's like the whole point of that's like the biggest thing in football is momentum. And him missing that, and United dropped into their shell, which is all about mentality. Like Ronaldo when he came in, like I know I've been critical of Ronaldo all summer because of the way that the situation was handled, but like. He actually felt his presence within like the first 2 minutes that he came on. Like the team grew in confidence. And now it's got me thinking, like, if we let go of Ronaldo, we might generally finish like 10th to 12th because we have no striker. Martial cannot be dependent on. And if I see Eriksen false line one more time, I'm gonna do something. Because like you said, it was full football. Full midfielders, full defenders, full goalkeeper, full forwards, like the whole team is just false. And like Arnautovic, like if we sign this. We're targeting a 33-year-old striker when we need a midfielder. It's like signing a guy all over again. It's the same thing.
We didn't sign him. We loaned him.
Yeah, we loaned him.
We loaned Igalo from China.
Arnautovic was playing in China a year ago, too, basically.
We are mudded. We are cursed. Blame the Glazers, blame Old Trafford, blame whatever, but we are mudded.
I think we pissed off some higher god back in the day or something. Fergie pissed off someone.
The board doesn't go and the board doesn't go and play 90 minutes on the weekend, do they? They have to do what to do outside. It's a synchronization. They both have to meet. The board has to do their stuff. The players have to do their stuff. But I'm telling you, there's at least 5 to 6 players that still need to leave the club.
I think last year I said 20. I think I might go up to 22. I think Lisandro Martinez is the only one that brought me happiness today. And the highlight of the day was him controlling a ball out of the air with his first touch. That was the highlight of my game.
And apparently Martinez played bad.
Nah, he played good. I am seeing the vision on the DM though, because that Mitch, like we might need to play in DM because I think we have enough cover at center backs for like Lindelof or Rant if Bailly stays. Maguire looked decent today because we need someone in that middle because the amount of gaps in that middle today were absolutely atrocious. Brighton were treating us like we were 10-year-olds on the pitch today. Lastly, they made him look like a 10-year-old too in that last 5 minutes. They were doing circles around him. He didn't know what to do. It's
Michael, hang fire. Let me bring in James.
Yeah.
James, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, great, mate. You?
I see the rest of you trying to join in. Hang fire. I'm gonna bring all you guys up. I need therapy, and I'm sure you guys need therapy as well. So if you're joining the studio and you want to speak, hang fire. We'll come to everyone one by one. James, this is a whole lot of bollocks, James.
Tell me about it, mate.
James,
we've done all this. Game. I know.
James, talk to me.
About what, mate? About what? Honestly, same old shit. Same old shit.
James, why can we not play football, James?
You
go to the gym, right? You work hard, you train, you see results. I'm sure these players train hard. Why don't we see the results?
Effort is proportional to results when effort is put in the right place. You also you have to have some kind of technical gift or ability as well. And unfortunately, like it comes down to a lot of these players just aren't good enough, mate. And you've also got to realize, right? Let's take a step back for a minute. Ten Hag's been here like a month, right? So we're trying to play a completely different style of football. So we're trying to play out from the back. We're obviously not going to be amazing at it yet. That's fine, right? So there's going to be teething issues. That's a given. The problem is some of the mistakes that are being made and some of the lack of effort and urgency and not challenging for 50-50s and being petulant and not overlapping and not getting close to your man and all these issues. That's basic shit, mate. That is proper basic bitch shit that you should be able to do. And at the end of the day, like we've talked about it before, it's all good in pre-season, but when you're playing at Old Trafford in front of 70,000 fans that are going to get on your back when you make a mistake, it's a pressure cooker, mate. And all these people, they don't have the marbles. I knew it, mate. When Martial throws his toys out of a pram because Zlatan takes his number. Mentality, shit. When Maguire is potentially feeling underwhelmed or undermined, should I say, that Ronaldo's come back and thinking about the captaincy, that says more about Maguire than it does about Ronaldo. That says more about your character and your personality than it does about Ronaldo at all. You should not be undermined by someone else coming in. You should be a strong enough character that you should be happy with him coming in. He's going to improve the team. He's going to make it better. Like, there's too many excuses. We're going to see it on social media tonight, aren't we? Oh, we go again. You know, it was tough to take. We give our all. We're learning. We go again. I tell you what, go again and fuck off out the club. Get your bag from Carrington. Get your bag out of Old Trafford and fuck off. Like, I heard reports before, and fingers crossed it's true, that Ten Hag stayed behind with Arnold and Murta in the boardroom or something like that after the game. If that's true, fingers crossed it is. It better be to talk about signings, and I don't mean Arnautovic. I really don't.
We need to list some of these players on eBay. On Facebook.
Buy it now, 99p. Buy it now, please. Gone.
Craigslist.
Yeah. Free delivery, pickup, collection, whatever. Go. I'll drive you to the airport myself. Luke Shaw, I'll drive you to the airport. No problem. Absolutely no problem.
I'll ask Griggs, and then I'll come to you, James, quickly, and then I'll move on to the other people who've joined in as well. Big up yourselves. Yeah. Griggs, are you looking forward to the Brentford game? Yes or no?
No. I don't see us.
Give me the predictions for the Brentford game.
2-1 Brentford. Honestly, I don't see us winning a game till maybe September.
You don't see us winning Brentford away? Speechless.
It's not looking good, bro. Ivan Toney's gonna dunk on us.
Speechless. Ivan Toney's another one that we're linked with as well. James, talk to me. Brentford, win or loss?
You know what, mate? I'm probably going to surprise you here, and I'm going to say win. And the reason for that is that our form away is completely different to home, right? I spoke to you about it before outside the ground. Old Trafford is toxic as hell at the moment. If you go back to Brentford last season, we won that game 3-1 away from home. Their manager complained a bit, Thomas Frank, right? We would not have won that game if it was at Old Trafford, because it was 0-0 at half-time and they were peppering us. And if that was at Old Trafford, our fan base would have been fucking booing, jeering, everything. But it was away, and the away fans are different, mate. They just cheer. They've been on the beer all day. They just cheer. It's fine. So I actually think away from home, in a less toxic atmosphere, with less pressure, the players will probably play Ten Hag's system and play true to it more, and they'll be all right. So maybe scrape a 2-1 win, if not 1-1. But it's at home where the issues are, mate. I get shut down for it, but I've got a big problem with our fan base at the moment. Big problem.
Yeah, we'll speak on that. Well, hang fire anyways. I'm gonna bring some more people on. Thank you both of you for joining. James, where can they find you?
What is it? James Dixon PT on Instagram, James Dixon _PT on Twitter, and occasionally I do some stuff on here with people. So yeah,
big up, James. Thank you for tuning in, James. Love to you as always, mate. Love to you. And
see you later.
Yeah, and Michael, there you go. His art is there. Make sure you follow Michael _Griggs26. Is it Griggs26, isn't it? Yeah. All right, Michael. Well, yeah, you can hang fire anyways. Let me bring some more people up and then see what they have to say. Right, Relay.
What's cracking?
What do you mean? What's cracking?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I can hear you. What can I say, man?
Yeah, talk to me.
It was one of those games, isn't it? Like, I saw the lineup, the usual.
Listen, firstly, for the people who don't know who Bile is, Bile, what is your name on Twitter?
Bile Visual Glazers in.
So you are a Glazers in supporter.
I wouldn't say I'm a Glazer in supporter. But I'm gonna start off the season positive, and being on Twitter, we all hear each other's opinions. We've all been on spaces last season after a game. We win, it's all good. We lose, Glazers out. We win, all good. We lose, Glazers out. Same old, innit? So the things that we've been asking for, yeah, we've seen some changes. I'm not saying it's 100% all there, but got to acknowledge like the 10% here and there. So I'm gonna go into the season positive. Like you've been in space with me where people are saying that there was a 24-man list that Ten Hag did at once. So that was the United scouts that scouted players, but Ten Hag wants his players, and the board are backing him on that. So we've got to acknowledge some changes. We've always wanted our board to back the manager. We've acknowledged that they're backing him, and now suddenly, because we're not getting one or two individuals, everyone, well, I wouldn't say everyone because that's wrong, but majority of the fan are asking for the board to sign individual players that the manager doesn't want. So that doesn't make sense. So people can see it as banter, but like the board ain't going nowhere, bro. You know what I mean? I just want my board to back the manager, But then today's prime example, you can't blame the board, Faz, on that game. That is down to Ten Hag. He got Malacia. He decided to play Luke Shaw. So selection of the players is down to the manager. You could say, well, he never got the signings. Like, let's be honest. If he's really trying to get Frankie de Jong, that's not down to Manchester United. If he really wanted Anthony, he should have got him way before. So, I just don't understand this. Like, the manager, I'll give credit for the manager for coming 2 weeks earlier, so started training with the players and that. Wants to get to know his squad and that. But I think it's got to be a slow transaction, man. Like, we can't just start getting all these players coming. We can't compare ourselves to like Chelsea, Man City. Yes, Chelsea's got a new owner, but then they've still got the same manager. So they've probably listened to their scouting department. They've been looking at these players from last season or halfway through the season. Manchester United are the same Manchester United, which have a transition of director of football halfway through the season and a new manager that has just come. So I'm not panicking on that side of the department right now. Seeing him doing something similar to what Oli did, I don't want to use the word concerning, but if that's the case going forward, last minute substitutions and that same lineup where you've got other individuals on the bench, that will be a concern for me, Faz. You've heard me on Spaces, like, I want my manager to do good. And I want the board to back him, but if they're backing him on the players that he wants, there's no one to blame. I wouldn't even blame Ten Hag, it's just
Let's ask Malcolm. Malcolm, talk to me. Benzi, I see you. Give me a couple of minutes, I'll bring you on. Malcolm, talk to me. What are you telling me?
Listen, man. Where do I start? Like, it always has to be this we always have to have this depressing feeling of like, it's like every other team like gets to start well. Every other team is always ready, But for us, it's like there's just always a never-ending cycle of depression. Like it's something that we will never get over. So I don't know, man. Like, let me.
All right, talk to me. Are you keeping Luke Shaw? Yes or no?
100% never.
Are you keeping McTominay? Yes or no?
Is this even a question, man? Listen,
Are you keeping Fred? Yes or no?
no,
Are you
absolutely no,
keeping Rashford? Yes or no?
no,
Are you keeping Bissaka? Yes or no?
no.
So we should get rid of all of them. Get rid. Sell them. List them on eBay. Malcolm, talk to me. Talk to me about your prediction for the Brentford game. You think W or L?
Listen, man, I didn't listen. All I can say is that it's not gonna look good, man. It's gonna get messy.
Yeah.
It's gonna get messy. Like all of you people need to buckle up, man, because shit's about to get
Yes.
messy.
It
Shit's
is
about to
gonna
get
get
messy.
messy. That's right.
Listen, yeah. Listen. I just want to share. I just want to go on around. Quick little run, man. Listen, like, how many times did these two give the ball away, man? But they
Listen,
keep doing
we're
time and
gonna
time
break
again.
the game down with Bainsy. Bainsey's joined the stream. We're gonna get Bainsey on. Malcolm, big up yourself for joining. Bile, big up yourself for joining. Let me ask quickly. Let me ask Bile, Brentford, W or L?
W if he changes a few
No.
players.
No, if all this.
No.
Don't give me
Listen,
if every player has to perform about this. If
No.
and blah blah blah.
Listen,
I'm not want to hear it.
every
I
player
don't
has
want to hear
every
it.
player. Every
W
player
or
has to
L,
perform.
Bile?
If he goes with this, it will be a L. If he changes it up, it will be a W. That's it.
All right.
And to anyone that was asking, yeah, I did watch the game today.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well,
cool.
big up yourself, Bile, for joining. Anyways,
Big up,
thank you, love. Let me listen. I see a lot of people trying to join today. Everybody needs therapy. Everybody needs therapy today, Bainsy.
What are you saying?
Baines, talk to me, bro.
All right, listen, man. I can't lie. We deserved everything we got in it. I said it. We needed that humbling.
Baines, they called me negative. They called me pessimist. They called me delusion. They said I don't understand football. They said window's still open. They said porridge, Baines. Look now.
You know what it is here? Like, forget the signings and stuff here. Like I've been saying it over the last few weeks. Like, why do we have faith in these players all of a sudden? Like, all of a sudden, like Ty, for example, big up Ty. All of a sudden, Martial, we have faith. Rashford, we have faith. Fred, we have faith. Why? Like, I say this here, like, okay, they might perform in it, but let's see. Let's see, because let's be honest here. You see the last few weeks of preseason, we've been struggling. These same players weren't performing to the same level. But what, the first 3 games in preseason, it was all right. Okay, like, don't get me wrong, it was very good, the first 3 games or so, also in it. But we have been struggling. This game was coming, and I've said this. And I said it to Ty and Marcel the other day. If we go from our first 3 games and we don't win a game, Brighton, Brentford, Liverpool, I don't think that's going to surprise anyone. Or it shouldn't surprise anyone. Because we saw what happened today against Brighton. Let's be honest, we're going to lose against Liverpool. And Brentford, you're not confident for Brentford. I know you're not. I ain't confident. We don't know what team is going to turn up. And there's only so much a manager can do. He's not a miracle worker. And Ten Hag said it before. Like, Fred, flipping hell, Fred today in the 6. Shocking. Like, shocking. Like I said this. Fred's an engager, don't get me wrong. Like, he's probably better as 8. But in that connector role, like, he's not good enough. McTominay.
Brother, we're playing a whole lot of 6s, a whole lot of 8s. It's like what's that? It's just a whole mashup, bro. It's a whole mashup. Eriksen and Bruno are doing this. Well, at one point, Eriksen and Bruno are both near the box. Like, false 9. What? I've seen false 9 football. How are you asking me false 9 when 2 men are going back and forth with no synchronization? And they ain't played false 9 like this before, by the way. Let's be real. Maybe you've done it in training, but that's not the same thing.
Like, even they might have done it in training. I said this, we're not good enough to play a false 9. City have done it because they can dominate a ball. They can have that numerical superiority in the midfield. We can't. You can't dominate in midfield in McTominay and Fred. We haven't got the wingers that will score goals. Rashford today, pathetic. Sancho. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Jadon Sancho, but come on, man. Second season now, we bought you for 72 million. You want a bit more. Today, he was very, very quiet. He was passive. Like, there's not, like, as much as I back Jadon Sancho and stuff here, it's like, come on, man. We need you to deliver this season. I backed you for rivals last year, kept backing you. I need performances now. And that's a lot of these players. Like, we can't just continue backing these players blindly. We need performances. And that's what people need to realize. We can't just get too carried away. We beat Liverpool 4-0 in pre-season and stuff. We can't.
Why are we so scared to list these players on the market? Like, are we embarrassed that someone's gonna make a 7-8 million pound bid, 10 million pound bid? Get rid.
You know what the mad thing is? I don't even think we can get rid. Because these players are on high wages, first of all. And secondly, we need a team. Like I said this here, you know what the forward line? I think Ahmad, Elanga, Palestri all probably need a loan, innit? Chong's crap, by the way, like sell Chong. But I think the other three need a loan. And I'm just like, okay, we loan out all three. Who do we have?
Thank you.
And I'm like, I want to loan these players for the development, but I'm just like, we can't. Like even today, flipping that bench. Like don't get me wrong, I don't get what Ten Hag was doing with the 90th minute, bringing those three players on. I thought it was useless, but Garnacho, don't get me wrong, I like Garnacho, but he's still 18-year-old kid you're chucking in. Alanga, not good enough. Who else came on? Malacia, left back, signed.
And he started doing mad reckless fouls.
Like I said, don't get me wrong, I was angry about it, but at the same time, I couldn't care less. Like it was the last 5 minutes. What do you expect?
You have to say, listen, there can't be a bubble of protection around anyone. Why is the gaffer bringing number of players on the last minute of the game?
Yeah, I said it.
We're not winning, guys. We're not winning. Bring them on the 70th minute or the 65th minute. Bring them in so they can have a good 5-6 minutes to settle into the game and maybe cause something. You're bringing them on the last minute. It don't make sense.
I said it, like, you can't expect those players to make an impact in 5 minutes.
No.
Now, we always say minimum 10, 15, 20 minutes. Let's see what a sub can do. But if they get in 5 minutes, I think Garnacho had 1 touch of the ball. What do we expect?
But Baines, these are the exact decisions that cost games. They do. Imagine now Garnacho or Malacia came in 15, 20 minutes before and made an impact. Why is Rashford still on the pitch? He's diabolical. The sheer amount of belief, because he's an academy boy, because he did so much stuff outside of football. He had a brilliant season a couple of seasons ago, but it doesn't matter. Football is a game of consistency. You have to have set abilities that you do again and again, which means you can play for that team. Sterling got rid of. Foden earned his place in that squad. Yet we hang on to these players like they're our own family members. Why?
And I think I said that
McTominay and Fred, they played so many games together, yet they failed to synchronize and play together. They failed.
And I said that about Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag will learn the hard way. And I think he will learn because I think he's a good enough manager to learn. He's not like Oli and Ralph, for example. But right now, let's be honest, you are slightly naive thinking you're going to get something from McTominay and Fred. Like, as bad as all the rest of the other managers before him are, come on, man. Like, we've seen these players, they're not good enough. That Malacia thing, I don't get why a Ten Hag didn't start Malacia. In my eyes, Shaw didn't play against Rayo Vallecano, Atletico Madrid. Malacia played in, I think, the Atletico Madrid game, and I think he's done all right in preseason. Why would you not play him? Like, that's the question I got for Ten Hag kind of thing, isn't it? But I wonder what you would have said to that in the press conference. I don't know why. I don't think he answered it kind of thing. And I don't know if anyone asked him.
I think Malacia's playing, I got Man United are playing behind the enclosed match tomorrow against Halifax Town. I got a text on WhatsApp from an inside source that Ronaldo's playing, apparently so. Malacia is playing. Some of these players are playing to get ready for match fit, whatever. Ericsson apparently might play. A couple of the kids might play. Maybe that's why Malacia didn't play. Maybe that's why. Maybe they put Ronaldo, obviously.
Play Shaw in that game. Like, don't get me wrong, the Ronaldo thing, I can get you bring him off the bench because I said it before. I probably would do that just because I think, like, say anyhow you play Ronaldo just a bit longer and he gets injured, then we're fully screwed, isn't it? Like, there's no, like, this false nine thing's never going to work in my eyes. Rashford up top's never going to work. We know it's not good enough. And then what? Marko Arnautovic we're relying on then if he comes in.
This is ridiculous. Well, we're going to get Adnan Januzaj back now as well. We're getting all the Man United rejects back.
Like, with Marko Arnautovic, apparently Ten Hag and Steve McLaren have worked with him before. And I was looking at it at FC20. They were at FC20 when it was like 2008 or 9 or something. So you worked with him in 2009. I think it's a brilliant idea to bring him in 2022. And this is what I said, as much as I like Ten Hag. The club are messed up giving Ten Hag this much power. The recruitment strategy cannot just be Ten Hag, who do you want? Yeah, let's get. Because I said this. You see with Liverpool, remember that when Liverpool bought Mo Salah? I think Jurgen Klopp wanted Julian Brandt. And the recruitment team were not like, no, we want Mo Salah. And then they had that discussion. They agreed on Mo Salah. Look at Mo Salah now, Liverpool legend, one of the best players in the Premier League. You can't
In
just
the world.
rely. Yeah,
One of the
you
best
can't
players in
just
the world.
rely on whatever Ten Hag wants. And I'm not blaming Ten Hag here, but Ten Hag's the manager. You're not the recruitment guy. You don't watch every single player. That's not your job. And I don't blame you for that. But the recruitment team have to be helping.
Facts.
And this is where Myrtle and Richard Donner messed up giving the man that much power.
Facts.
It's literally like a full switch from Ed Woodward. Ed Woodward, it was all his signings. So many agent signings, the Raiola signings, for example. And now it's completely the opposite. And it's wrong. We need it in between. And we're not doing it. Now, I know they said they're revamping the scouting network and stuff. Only next year we'll tell kind of thing, innit? But for now, this season, it's been a massive disappointment kind of thing.
Let me bring in Annie in the conversation as well. Is Annie? Can you hear me? Annie, are you there? I think she's joined twice. So let me see. Annie, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
there you go. Yeah, you've joined on 2 different platforms. But yeah, Annie, talk to me.
Oh my God. Listen, big up, Faz. We are not making it out the hood, okay? What a terrible performance.
Annie,
Listen, I
Annie,
said this earlier.
Annie, what did I tell you my score prediction? Can you please let everyone know what my score prediction was before on my way to Old Trafford? What did I say?
Oh, I can't remember now. Was it 2-0?
No, I said 2-1 to United. Guess what happened? It was 2-1 to Brighton.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said too.
I jinxed it.
That was what I
jinxed
said.
it.
Oh my God. Faz, listen, you were there live, innit? What happened?
Yes.
What happened? What went wrong? Listen, I said it earlier today. Literally, when a new manager comes in, your players will try to impress the manager at least. But these guys, they're not even ready, not to talk of impressing the manager. This guy was just clueless. Ten Hag, he was just scratching his beards. He was like, did I train with these guys at all? He did not recognize what he saw. And that's terrible. That's awful. And somebody was saying, oh, I'm surprised about the midfield. Who were you expecting to see? Were you expecting to see Prime Modric
Facts.
or Prime Tony Cruz or Casemiro? Who were you
They
expecting
thought
to
Fred.
see?
They thought Fred can do half a job as Frankie.
Oh my God. We haven't bought any players. Just Eriksen. Eriksen was, I can't even blame him. First game, first game of the season. Listen, we have to do better. I don't even know what to say because it's just really embarrassing to see. Like top six clubs, we did not even get 1 point. Shameful. What is wrong? We see these players, they training week in, week out. Tomorrow, you probably see in the Man United feed, you see players smiling for the cameras, going into Carrington to train. It's awful. Get them out the club. I wouldn't mind having the academy boys play at this point. There's no competition. There's no rhythm. There's no togetherness, no fluidity. It's just blank. At this point, I'm shocked. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I get what you guys are saying, it's still early, but I'm tired of hearing these players are still developing. Luke Shaw, 8 years. Developing Phil Jones. They are not good enough. They are mediocre players. They are simply not good enough for Man United standard. And we have to accept it. And that's facts. Oh my God, Faz. You got to tell me what happened.
Yeah, what can I say? Listen, there was a point in the stadium when all the fans were just quiet. You could hear a pin drop in that stadium. It was that quiet, and first game of the season is always, I don't care what anyone says, it's probably one of the most important, if not the most important game when you start the season, because you want to, start the season by letting everyone know that you don't come to our ground, especially at home as well. You don't come to our ground and you don't mess with us. Any team, doesn't matter if you're Nottingham Forest or if you're anyone, if you're playing home, you want to make a statement. That's just how football is. And we got made to look like fools, an absolute fool. Ronaldo running off to the dugout, to the tunnel, halftime whistle went, the guy went because he knew people were gonna boo him. They knew. Benzi, talk to me about this Ronaldo situation. I said hold Ronaldo hostage, and these lot told me XYZ, blah blah blah, you're crazy. And then obviously I had a go at Ronaldo as well because of his antics. But what are we doing with him now?
I said this: if a player wants to leave, you let him leave. But listen, we need a replacement, and it can't be like Ronaldo which has a replacement. The replacement has to be actually good. And this is the problem. Like I've said this, like, okay, if Ronaldo don't get his move, like people said, let him go rot in the under 23s and stuff. And I'm just like, listen, say whatever you want about Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, say he plays for himself or whatever. He plays for himself. That's fine. He guarantees you 15 goals in the league minimum. Whether people like it or not, he's still an asset that Ten Hag will like. And people keep saying back the manager. Listen, Ten Hag still wants to keep him. Ten Hag says he has a plan for him. Like, you can't say back the manager and then say, yeah, Ten Hag, we should sell Ronaldo and stuff. Ten Hag clearly has a plan for him in the squad. All of a sudden, Martial looked good in pre-season, the first 3 games. And you're telling me you wouldn't get Ronaldo looking better. People keep saying Ronaldo can't play in this team. But all these rest of the players can, but we're not giving Ronaldo that chance, who was one of our better players last year. Like, at the end of the day, he's still a valuable asset to this squad, and he's still one of our better players. You saw it today. And I'm not saying Ronaldo was brilliant, but he provided that focal point. He was needed. We played better when Ronaldo was on the pitch.
He gives you threat from an aerial perspective. He gives you a threat from a one-on-one perspective. He gives you threat if the ball is on the floor. He gives you a threat in many, many different ways. He causes defenders problems and headaches. We didn't see that from this false 9.
And I said this, people keep saying they want link-up play, all of that nonsense. Yeah, I said this. Why did Pep Guardiola buy Erling Haaland? Was it for goals or was it for link-up play? It was for goals. Why did Jurgen Klopp buy Darwin Núñez for Liverpool? Was it for goals or was it for link-up play? It was for goals. Ronaldo scores goals, and you're telling me that someone like Ronaldo is useless for the squad? Come on, man. It just don't make sense. And I said this here. You see last week against Rayo Vallecano, I think Donny van de Beek has kind of struggled in pre-season. Ronaldo and Donny van de Beek linked up very well in my eyes. There's a potential partnership that those two could have. And I said this here. You know when you have Ronaldo on the pitch, whether people agree with it or not, there's something called gravity, which I think is a phrase used in basketball, isn't it? And because Ronaldo's that big and Ronaldo's that good, people just naturally gravitate towards Ronaldo as defenders and stuff. That leaves space for other players. Donny van de Beek, for example, a Rashford if he's clever with his runs. Utilize that. We saw it, for example, remember Brentford? When we beat them 3-1 at their stadium. Ronaldo, that chest little pass that he did. I think 2 or 3 people gravitated towards Cristiano Ronaldo. That left space, was it Bruno making that run? He's still an asset for this team, whether people like it or not. And listen, I can't wait to see him back, man. He's still one of our better players. You know, one thing I also wanted to say, you see Scott McTominay? On my life, I've never seen what a midfielder wears. You see Scott McTominay? I said this, yeah, one of his best assets is his ball striking ability. Yeah? I think everyone agrees with that. You're playing further forward now. In the academy, you played it as a 10. You know his Insta handle, Scott McTominay 10 or something. So you're meant to be better going forward. And you were diabolical today. There was a point where I think he had 6 seconds here. He turned, he shot, and then I think messed up the shot. And I think he nearly got sent off making the tackle. He's meant to be good in those tight spaces. Can't turn for crap. Can't let's be honest, his passing range is shocking. All right, listen, man, long day, man.
Today, David De Gea made more passes, more complete passes than Scott McTominay.
And the thing is, if I said, are you surprised? The answer is no, because everyone knows Scott McTominay's crap.
But they will find a way. They will say, but what about his passion?
Don't worry. We'll give a sick interview next week, yeah, and we'll feel sorry for Scott McTominay. Come on, man. How many managers? He's been here since Jose now. and we still want to give this guy time to develop. How? I swear Ruben Neves, for example, is younger than Scott McTominay. I've never heard anyone say Ruben Neves is still developing. But Scott McTominay, who is now, let me see.
Baines, yo.
Nah,
You're
Scott
giving the
Scott
smoke.
McTominay is 25. He turns 26 in December. Wait, I swear De Jong's 25.
De Jong is 25, 26, no?
De Jong's 25. and you see the level of difference between De Jong at 25 and Scott McTominay at 25. But it's fine, innit? Like we're fine with Scott McTominay for another year, innit? Like people still want to back this guy. He's literally one of the worst midfielders I see.
But apparently his physicality is important.
Like I said this here, you know, there's certain people that have certain attributes and like you don't know how to use them. Like you see Dan James, for example. Dan James was quick. He just couldn't know. He didn't know how to use his pace though. Scott McTominay, you have that physical attributes and I'm just like, what'd you do with it? Like, what'd you actually do with it? When there was last year, you just hide behind people. Like, at least, yeah, as much as I criticize Fred, I can never say Fred hides. Fred actually tries looking for the boys. He's Scott McTominay. I know he was doing a different role today, but even under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralph, you're hiding. Why? Like, people will give you more benefit of the doubt if you're trying and making mistakes than just not doing anything on the pitch. Because I think today, come on, man, you're playing in midfield and you made like 0 tackles or something. And it's not even like we had
first game
so
of the
much of
season.
the... Oh, my days, man. Oh, man. I'm so
It's
tired
the first
of
game of the
these days, man.
season. There's winter, there's domestic cup, there's Europa, and then obviously all the other big boy league games as well. But this partnership between Fred and McTominay, I don't care what people say. It's not good. And all through the transfer window, you know, this, that chat, this, that conversation, spaces, blah, 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 Twitter. Oh, yeah, new star, new this. There you go. Proof is in the pudding. When you're not good enough at this level, you'll get caught out. And I, in all honesty, when Ten Hag was walking out, right, back to the tunnel at the end of the game, people were cheering for him. And during, you know, just before then, I noticed something in his face. You know what he does? He does this. And I could sense a feeling of like disappointment / confusion from his facial expression. He was really looking at these players and thinking, bruv, these guys ain't actually got it in them to play the type of football I want them to play. Like, I made Frankie de Jong. I molded this so-called Donny van de Beek. I even molded Blind, Halle, Tadic, Gravenberg. Man was doing bits in under 23s in Bayern. And these nincompoops here. Where do I start? And all these players gave me the most training videos, Baines. Elanga looked like prime Zlatan. Freaking Wan-Bissaka in his rugby pitch doing drills. Rashford, I think he went to Nike Academy or something, whatever to do training. Like, or he went Hawaii and all this, whatever. These players gave us the most when it came to training videos and XYZ. You can't do the simple basics of football. Jumping, finding a pass, tracking back. Like tracking back. Dallo, why can't you do that? Dallo, why can't you...
Hey, did you see Rashford for the first goal, by the way? Like, I watched that goal back and I know people are blaming Shaw and stuff here, but Shaw had 2 people on him and I'm like, where's Rashford?
Yeah, well, he did.
And I looked at Rashford and I'm like, you're at the halfway there. And I'm like, okay. Like, how's that fair blaming Luke Shaw then? And don't get me wrong, I don't think Luke Shaw had a good game, but wingers need help their fullbacks out. You defend as a team, you attack as a team. And this is what this club and fans need to realize. Like, I said it last year, for example. All of a sudden, we bought Rafa Varane and Rafa Varane was crap. Why does that happen? Why does every single defender we buy, why are they all crap? They're not bad players. Is that as a defensive unit, we're shocking. Certain players don't track back. Why? Like, this is the basics of football. And I said this year. I don't think Elanga's better than Rashford. But you see, last year, all Elanga was doing was running backwards. And we praised him more than we praised Rashford. we're not asking for a lot at this point because we're just desperate for half decent performances.
Numbers,
We're just asking
men
for the
in the
basics.
box matter. If Rashford comes back fast enough and gives Shaw that peace of mind that I got another man with me, he doesn't have to cover the man on his left, and obviously the man on his right isn't empty. But then you say that to be devil's advocate as well. The player, well, David De Gea firstly can do better in stopping that ball. Let's be real. It's millimeters from his feet. It's millimeters. Harry Maguire as well, his positioning when you go and look back at the first goal. Harry Maguire doesn't understand what players are around him. This is the number one thing about Harry Maguire. He doesn't know what's going on around him.
I say about a lot of our players here, you see their awareness on the pitch, shocking. You even saw it with first 20 seconds, Dalot, the ball goes into it. Shocking. Ethan Laird, for example, remember last week against Rayo Vallecano? I think like 10 seconds in, a ball came. He messed up straight away. Fred today, David Gea parried it. What's Fred doing? Watching. Why are you watching? You're meant to follow up. Any single half-decent defender, attacker, for example, follows up. And we can't do that. Oh, man. It's frustrating.
Trey, how you doing? Big up yourself. Thank you for joining, Trey. Talk to me, bro. Trey, yeah, I can hear you now. You were on mute, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, bro, I can hear you clearly, yeah.
Whoa, today must have been a crazy experience for you, mate.
Yeah, it's the same as last season, but a bit worse because obviously it's the first game of the season and it's a brand new manager as well. So yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, of course. And obviously big up Baines, big up obviously I heard Annie's points of view as well. I heard quite a few people's point of view as well. And look, I agree with you all. Ten Hag has a big job in his hands. He definitely made some mistakes in terms of I would say more or less the starting lineup, man. I'm surprised that in my prediction, I got Malacia at left back. Not sure why he didn't play. I would have tried Eriksen with maybe McTominay or Fred in that middle with Alanga on that left-hand side with Rashford up top. Do you know what I mean? Because we need some balance in that midfield, mate. Especially when you're getting the ball from deep. I understand what you guys are saying in terms of defending as a team and attacking as a team, but I would say the connection between the defense line and the midfield, the distribution needs to be much more sharper. And I feel that I agree with you guys with Ronaldo. When he came on, he's a vocal point, and I feel that he's going to be a big asset for us. And letting him go right now would be a bad decision because obviously Martial's injured. We don't have much decisions up top unless we get a decent backup. Ronaldo's a big asset for us. So if we let him go, it's going to be a major issue. But one thing I would want to say is Ten Hag, regardless if we win, lose or draw under him, I'm here for the project and I believe in his ideas. I know he's learned from today's result because playing McTominay and Fred, once again, I was actually hoping that the first game of the season, we didn't have to see that partnership that we've seen for years and years. McFred, I didn't want to see that again. Like, they're decent squad players to have, like in the last 20 minutes, 10 minutes, just bring them on just for a bit of energy, a little something. But in terms of starting them together in that midfield is criminal. So I think Ten Hag, hopefully he's learned his lesson from that. And the De Jong situation, let me know, update me on that. What's going on exactly? Because I feel that next week certain things are going to be revealed.
The deal is dead. The deal is dead. That's the update.
You reckon that's not happening?
No, there's no reckoning. The deal is dead.
Look,
Trey, you know me. I keep it simple. I keep it straight. The deal is dead. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to dissect it. We did this every single day, every single stream, every single video, every single conversation. De Jong. The deal is dead. If he comes, he comes. So far, it's dead. Honestly, it's
so why not? All right. If we don't get him, then Why are we
Then
not
get ready.
getting the original
Then get
top?
ready for.
Neves, get Neves, get Neves, get Neves, slapping
Well,
him.
firstly,
I
get
would rather
Anatovic.
get
Go and get
Neves.
Anatovic.
After this game, if I was Ten Hag, I'll be running to the board right now and I'll be saying to them, F this 8 point whatever bid that we've got rejected. How much do we need for Neves? Get this guy Neves in, because like a lot of people said, he's proven he can play in that midfield role. We need something else with the players that we have, a vocal point with Ronaldo. If he's going to be playing in this indoor friendly game, then for me, we have to get a midfielder that can allow us to distribute from the back so it can create more chances. Because if you think about it, even though we lost the game, there were a few chances that should have been a goal. Rashford, Bruno, that's already 3-2 if these guys are finishing their chances. So we need to create more chances.
Do you think Ten Hag and the club have a plan B for De Jong?
Yeah, they do. Fred.
I don't know.
Fred the Red. Fred the Red.
I'll be honest. I don't think they have a plan
Yes.
B.
I don't think so as well.
Because we would have seen it with
I'm
Anthony, for
hoping.
example.
Yeah,
Anthony's
I was
the one
hoping
that's the
for
plan B
Neves.
Anthony.
Listen, the problem is, I'll tell you guys exactly how this looks now. Listen, we offered 85 million, 80, 85, whatever add-ons, etc. for Frankie. Now, if we go for any player in that position in the market, they already know we have 80 large ones left over. They know that. Look at exactly what Ajax did with Anthony. Started off with 60, raised it to 80, now it's 100. Look at the situation they did with Martinez. They made us pay a 10 to 15 mil extra than what Martinez was, right? And he has a lot of pressure to live up to as well. These numbers are going to add up if we're not winning anything. If now Manchester United don't pivot and go to a different target, we're too deep in. We are too deep into this deal to turn around. Because if we turn around, right, hear me out. If we turn around and go and put a bid in for a different DM or a different midfielder, Chelsea then swoop in and then agree a fee. I'm hearing they've agreed it already. What yada yada. They offer Frankie the wages. There's Champions League. They offer add-ons and bonuses and etc. And Frankie goes to Chelsea. That will be the biggest shit slap in the face ever. So Man United are way too deep in because another big club are going for Frankie. After spending so many months of chasing this boy, if Man United fail to sign him, that will instantly turn the fan base on Ten Hag. Not just the board, on Ten Hag, because he identified him as the most important signing and the only important signing of the season. So much so he was not willing to budge to go to anyone else. And so far, and I'm going to say it as it is, comes down to the board and Ten Hag for not identifying someone else. When I said Yuri Tielemans, you lot laughed at me. You lot laughed at me, saying Yuri Tielemans doesn't have legs. He doesn't got this. He ain't got that. Well, tell me if he's better than Scott McTominay or Fred. Tell me. Plain and simple. These same people told me, don't get Tielemans. Don't get such a player. Don't get such a player. Get Neves. Get Declan Rice. But Declan Rice, 20 million for Declan Rice. What we doing at this point? Barca took us for idiots. They took us for idiots. The number one broke club in the world right now, or the number one economically challenged club, if you want to make it sound nice, in the world, have spent the most money in Europe. 140 M's they spent. And apparently they're the worst economical state ever. And they can't register their players. Well, guess what? I don't care if they can't register their players. Guess what? They will. They ain't stupid. They got lawyers. Laporta knows what he's doing. They're going to register the players one way or another. They will. And if Frankie de Jong goes and takes a wage cut, a huge wage cut as well, don't forget, just like Depay did. Depay took a huge wage cut and he didn't take a deferred wage cut. He took a straight wage cut, meaning he doesn't get paid the money that he sacrificed. He doesn't. Frankie does. So if Frankie takes a huge wage cut, now that means he really wants to stay. And guess who's at fault? It's Man United and Ten Hag. Don't forget, Mbappe did the same thing. He wanted to go to Real Madrid. He publicly made it clear that he wanted to go to Real Madrid. Real Madrid fans had banners and shirts ready for him. And on the last hour, he changed his mind. So don't be surprised if Frankie de Jong ends up in Chelsea or ends up staying at Barca. The time is ticking. People told me today outside the ground that the window's still open. Well, guess what? That's not the problem. The problem is the season started already. My business is supposed to be ironed out before today, before the first game of the season, and it ain't. And on top of that, I've got players that I can't get rid of. It's everyone is speechless. We got fuck all to say. Absolutely fuck all to say. Tactically, whatever you want to call it, fuck all to say. Listen, thank you everybody for joining. It's been very good. Thank you, Baines, for joining. Thank you, Annie, for joining. Baines, where can they find you, bro?
Just go follow Statman Baines on YouTube. Done like a little review after the game, and I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go sub.
Bless up, Baines. Annie, obviously, her art is there. Make sure you go and follow Annie. It's always nice to have women come and speak football. Annie, where can they find you?
Thank you, Faz. Big up. On Twitter, Annie_cheesy, my artist there.
Thank you very much. And Trey, your at, where can they find you, my bro?
Yeah, it's a simple one. Just type in yours truly, Trey, and you'll find me on Twitter, Insta. Obviously, I do boxing podcasts as well. So we've got the AJ Usyk fight coming up. So hopefully we can bring some good energy there. But before I go, regardless, I'm going to say this, and Faz knows this as well. Ten Hag, 316, that energy still will be here regardless, my bro. I know you made a few mistakes today, but I'm down for the project, man.
All right, man. Big up. Thank you very much, Trey. Big up for joining. Let me bring in last two people. So Baines, big up for joining, bro. Take it easy. Let's bring in Noah and Kid. How you doing, brothers?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
I'm doing great.
I'm good.
Noah, turn your camera off because the camera is not looking good right now. So yeah, you can just speak normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold
We'll
on.
be able to hear you because the stream is lagging. Ankit, what are you telling me, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
How about now?
I'm good.
How about now?
No, it's still lagging. Your stream is still lagging. So it's better if you just turn your camera off so I can still hear you because your stream is still being very laggy, bro. Yeah, it's all right. Noah, we'll start with you. What did you think of the game? Talk to me. What are we doing? What are we doing with Luke Shaw? What are we doing with Rashford? What are we doing? Because I'm tired.
Well, today's game, it's the worst. Unexpected results. Starting from the season, getting better to the worst. Just like last season. Same old shit, same old story. No negativity. There is still negativity. No mentality for this team. For me, I'm sick of tired of Maguire. I'm sick of tired of Luke Shaw. I'm sick of tired of every single players who doesn't care about their team, who doesn't care about their club, even does not even wear their badge. Who cares about this? Who cares about this club more than that? You expect from your new manager a new beginning, a new era, and you let him down with that team who does not know even how to play a mentality or playing a style is not good enough. I don't know what's happening to Rashford at his level. I don't think he's not the Rashford that we knew him long time ago under Biole or Louis van Gaal. At that time, maybe the end of his story is coming to an end for him because of his performance. I don't know what's going on to him. If he doesn't fix his performance well, that's it. Get rid of him, and I'm sick and tired of it. If he doesn't perform, put him on the bench and give a chance to Garnacho. This kid, I swear to God, he's really improving, man. So that is why, for me, I want Garnacho to play much games. Not just only that. McFred, this midfielders is not good enough because right now we need to get rid of them. If we don't get Frankie de Jong, for me, I don't know. Frankie de Jong, if we don't get him, that's it. Bring Ndidi or Tielemans from both two of them, so that we can play for Donny Van de Beek. It can work as a partnership, so that it can improve for our midfielders. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't care
Let's
about Declan Rice.
Noah, let's ask Ankit. Ankit, talk to me. How did what were your thoughts about today's game and today's result?
Just really disappointed, to be honest. Wanted to win. I just have a bit of like confusion in the back four as well. I don't know why Maguire's playing. I'll start Varane with Martinez and Malacia.
Listen,
Really?
talk to me. No, forget the back line for a minute.
Yeah.
Forget the back line.
Yeah.
I am frustrated with some of these players. Let me relax.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what's happened to him, I don't know why he fell off. I don't know.
Are we keeping him or are we letting him go?
But personally, I'll bench him. I wouldn't sell him. I'll probably use him as a squad player. That's in my opinion, yeah.
What about Luke Shaw? What are we doing with him?
Yeah, I'll probably sell him, yeah. It's time to.
What about Scott McTominay? What are we doing with him?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Straight away, 100%. Nah, he's gone.
No. Why should we not keep Scott McTominay? He's a physical player. He doesn't hide from the ball. He's tall. What else? I've had enough, Ankit. I swear to God, I've had enough. What about Fred? What are we doing with Fred?
Fred, I'll keep him as a bench player probably.
What about David De Gea? What are we doing with David De Gea?
This is a hard one for me. This is a hard one. I think in terms of shot stopping, he's good, but his passing, I don't.
What? Okay. On the first game of the season, right?
Yeah.
What are you rating Ten Hag?
What the first game?
Yeah, based on today's game.
Yeah.
What are you rating him? And Zebola, I see you. I'm gonna bring you up soon, Zebola. Make sure just turn your camera off because your stream is lagging. So just keep your camera off, keep your mic on. I'm gonna bring you on soon, Zebola. But yeah, go on, Ankit. Rate him on his first game.
First game, I'll give him 6.5.
6. I gave him a 4.
4. Oh.
I think he got it terribly wrong. I think he really got it wrong.
I think he did as well. Yeah, that's true.
I think it was criminal to not start Ronaldo. I think it's criminal to be bringing in players on the last minute of the game, thinking 3 substitutions.
Yeah,
you have 5 subs.
Yeah, I know.
You have 5 substitutions, Mr. Ten Hag. Bring them on earlier.
Yeah, I don't get that as well.
What goes through managers' minds? Why did they not bring players on earlier? Why?
Yeah, I didn't get that. I don't know why I done that.
If Ronaldo what is this false 9? Ankit, is this false 9 gonna work?
No, it's not. It's not gonna work.
Are we playing false 9 with Eriksen and Bruno and making it out the hood?
No. No, we're not.
Okay, I'll ask you, Noah. For the Brentford game, I'm gonna bring in Z-Ball after this. Are we taking a W or a L for the Brentford game?
Well, for Brentford game,
yeah,
I think we're gonna win. That's what I'm pretty sure. That
okay,
for the last season, but it's gonna be a huge game. But it's not gonna be an easy game. But in 2 weeks, we're gonna face the rivals against Liverpool.
Yeah, we're playing Liverpool. Yeah,
it's not gonna be easy. Last season they beat us 5-0. If Erik ten Hag does not figure it out. This situation, like today's mistake, that's it. End of the story. Completely end of the story. I know this is not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Ralf Rangnick's. That's the past. But we need to move forward and learn from our mistakes so that we should not do this again. That's what I'm going to say.
Ankit, talk to me about the Brentford game. W or L?
I think we'll win. I think 3-1. I think we'll win. Hopefully.
3-1. Okay. All right then. 3-1. Talk to me who scores.
Ronaldo,
Oh, brother.
Okay.
Sancho,
Sancho.
yeah,
Okay.
and a header from Maguire. I don't know why, but yeah.
Ankit, you gotta get removed for that. You gotta get. How are you telling me Harry Maguire is gonna? No. Fan base are
Hell
trolling me, Noah.
You know,
The fan base are trolling me. Ankit, you're trolling me.
are you kidding me?
You know, to be honest, yeah, I think Harry Maguire. I think. Do you think he'll improve this season? In your opinion, do you think he'll?
We'll bring Z-Baller in. Z-Baller, wait. We'll answer your question, Ankit. Z-Baller, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, I can hear you. Good, bro.
Z-Baller, talk to me about today's game, bro.
I'm totally disappointed. Totally disappointed.
Why
But
are you
I'm not
disappointed? Who are you disappointed in?
the team generally. Because this was not what we saw in the preseason. And
Z, we can't hear you properly. I think you need to come closer to the microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's much better.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm totally disappointed in the team generally. Like, this was not what we saw in the preseason. Like, we saw a better game in the preseason. So I don't really know what happened. I don't really know what happened. Like, a week to the season, Martial was injured, Sancho was not fit. So that is another barrier to the start of the season. And if we look at Fred, what he's been doing in the preseason, he didn't do it in the game. And we know Brighton is a good team. They play ball possession football as well, and they were playing us. They were playing high pressing football with us. They were charging our defender. And if we listen to what the manager said in the very first minute, there was a big problem. Fred misplacing passes, Dalot misplacing passes. They were not getting themselves, like, the positioning, no option for one another. Like, even the first night didn't come through. The first night didn't work. It didn't work out for us. So the team was like, Rashford was not there. Maybe because he was not playing with Martial, Sancho, the transition was not there, and he was off. So I don't really get what happened with the team. But I'm not carried away. I'm not carried away by the first game. I'm not carried away.
Rate today's performance from Bruno, Z.
Oh, from Bruno, under Ole, we said is a midfielder who likes getting into the box. Maybe that was what the manager saw, and it was like, maybe him and Harrison could get us a goal by playing first nine, but it didn't work out. He was not getting. Bruno was someone who, under previous manager, he liked being the main man, the main man, trying to push the team forward, trying to create chances, trying to make passes. But without a top nine, without Rashford being in the game, without Sancho being in the game, he was lost as well. And the kind of style Ten Hag wants those boys to play. They want to keep the ball on the ground. So everything was just wrong all along for all of them. Bruno was not in the game properly. So I don't understand. It's a very disappointment game.
Listen, I think some of these players, just plain and simple, need to leave the club. Enough is enough. You can't ask a horse to do a donkey's job and a donkey to do a horse's job. You can't. These players seem like they feel pressured by Old Trafford. They don't play the performance they play at home ground is abysmal and unacceptable. It is totally unacceptable. Totally. Fans started walking out before the full-time whistle. There are fans who left the club at halftime. Yes, at halftime. They left. This needs to be a serious awakening for fans and for Ten Hag. We are gonna be so bad this season if we continue to play with this team. By the time we even get up to do any form of damage, we would be like 13th or 14th in the league. Far away from everyone else. Way far away. Let me sum up anyways, guys. Thank you for joining Noah, Ankit, and Z-Baller. Big up yourselves. Thank you, brothers. Let me sum up for you guys before I leave. Manchester United 1, Brighton 2, Brentford next. A diabolical performance from the players. Absolute bunch of bollocks. Shit show. Abysmal. Unacceptable. Shambolic. Call me negative all you want, but guess what? I was right. Say that the window was this, that, the other, but guess what? I was right. I said it from the start. Frankie de Jong is not coming. I am right. He's still not here. He's still not here. Kyle says Ten Hag is managing the politics of our club. Kyle, you took the words out of my mouth. I feel like there is something going on in the background why the same players keep playing. Why is Marcus Rashford playing? Why is Luke Shaw playing? Why is Scott McTominay playing? Why is Fred still playing? Why? Why? On what ground did Ten Hag see Scott and Fred to be capable of managing a league game? I have to ask manager questions. I must. List Rashford. And people told me they don't want Neymar. On the left-hand side, you don't want Neymar. We couldn't get Dembele. We can't get Frankie de Jong. We can't get Anthony. We couldn't get Timber. Nobody wants to come to Manchester United. You didn't want Conte. Oh, Lord, this same fan base. Thank you, Trey, for the assist. We didn't want Conte. I didn't want Conte, but I changed my mind. I did. I want Conte. I want Tielemans. I want Anthony. I want Neymar. But the fan base will say, Ten Hag style of play, Ten Hag style of this, Ten Hag style of that. That's what they'll tell you. The same people will tell you, but Ten Hag doesn't play this type of football. Ten Hag doesn't play that type of football. Well, what type of football does Ten Hag play? False nine? Like this? Where the players aren't capable of it? Eriksen, I got told. Eriksen this, Eriksen that, Eriksen this, Eriksen that, Bruno this, Bruno that, Rashford this, Rashford that. Bollocks. In my humble opinion, Martinez had a really good game. He did. Maguire had a good game. Sancho, terrible. Terrible. But all I'm going to say is going to be a long, long season. Strap up. Get your seatbelts on. I'm going to keep spitting facts. That's all I do. I ain't been proven wrong yet. That's all I do. I ain't got no more patience with these players until they win me a piece of silverware or amount of silverware or do something where we're not losing games, I'm going to stick at their neck. They are not good enough for Manchester United, and that is the end of discussion. That is the end of discussion. If you are not good enough for Manchester United, I will keep it humbly straight. You're not good enough. If Sir Alex could do it to players and say it to the players straight up, we as fan base should be able to do the same. You're not good enough, keep it moving.